Imagine looking in the mirror and realizing that the strength you took for granted in your 40s is slipping away. Your arms don't have the same tone, your legs feel weaker on the stairs, and even opening a jar seems to take more effort than it used to. If you're over 70, this isn't just normal aging, it's a silent process called sarcopenia, the gradual loss of muscle that can affect your energy, mobility, and even your independence. You've probably tried eating more eggs, protein shakes, or even lifting weights, hoping to stop the decline, only to find that your muscles aren't responding the way they used to. And that frustration can hit hard because you know you still want to feel capable, energetic, and confident in your body. But here's the thing most people don't realize. Not all protein is created equal, especially as we age. The foods that worked for you in your 30s might not be enough now. Your body's ability to process protein changes, and some proteins, like those in eggs or certain meats, may not provide the exact nutrients your muscles crave to rebuild effectively. It's not about eating more. It's about eating smarter. What if I told you that there's a little known seed protein that actually triggers more muscle growth after 70 than eggs? Something that's natural, easy to incorporate, and backed by science? In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how this seed works, why it's more effective for seniors than traditional protein sources, and how you can use it to regain strength, energy, and confidence in your body. By the end, you'll have a simple, practical strategy that could change the way you think about aging and muscle forever. So, if you're ready to stop letting age define your strength and start rebuilding muscle in a smarter, natural way, keep watching, because what comes next could surprise you. Let's get into why this seed protein works so differently from eggs or other proteins you may have relied on for decades. As we age, our muscles stop responding to protein the way they did when we were younger. This isn't a sign that you're weak or failing, it's biology. Your body's muscle-building machinery, called the mTOR pathway, becomes less sensitive over time. Think of it like a factory. When you're young, protein is the fuel, and the factory runs full speed. After 50 or 70, the machines slow down, and even if you pour in the same amount of fuel, the output, your muscle growth, drops. Now here's where this special seed comes in. Unlike egg protein, which is great for younger bodies but sometimes less efficient for older adults, the protein in this seed is rich in a particular type of amino acid called leucine. Leucine acts like a master switch for that factory, revving up the mTOR pathway even in older muscles. Studies have shown that proteins high in leucine can stimulate muscle protein synthesis more effectively than standard proteins like eggs, especially in adults over 65. In other words, this seed gives your muscles the signal they've been craving but weren't getting enough of from typical sources. But it's not just about the protein. These seeds also come with a natural mix of micronutrients, magnesium, zinc, and omega-3 fatty acids that support muscle recovery, reduce inflammation, and boost energy. That's crucial because after 50, chronic low-level inflammation can quietly block muscle growth, making even high-protein diets less effective. Imagine trying to grow a garden in soil full of weeds. The nutrients are there, but the weeds slow everything down. This seed works like a natural weed remover, helping your muscles absorb nutrients and recover faster. The science is clear. For men over 50, and especially those over 70, not all proteins trigger the same response. Some barely move the needle, while this seed protein flips the switch on muscle-building pathways that have slowed with age. That's why it's not just a replacement for eggs, it's a smarter, more effective strategy for maintaining strength, energy, and independence as you get older. So now that you understand why this seed protein is so powerful, let's talk about exactly how to use it to rebuild muscle after 70. This isn't about gimmicks or fancy supplements. This is simple, natural, and easy to integrate into your daily routine. The star here is pumpkin seeds, also called pepitas. Tiny, humble, but packed with complete plant protein, high levels of leucine, and a mix of micronutrients that work in harmony to support muscle growth, energy, and recovery. Here's how to make them work for you. Start by adding about a quarter to a third of a cup daily. You can eat them raw as a snack, sprinkle them on oatmeal, or mix them into smoothies. If you like a little crunch, lightly roast them at home with a touch of olive oil, just enough to bring out the flavor without burning the nutrients. Timing is key. Research shows that consuming protein within 30 to 60 minutes after light exercise maximizes muscle protein synthesis, especially in older adults. So if you take a short walk, do some body weight exercises, or even light resistance band work, this is the perfect window to enjoy your seeds. Think of it as giving your muscles a post-workout feast tailored just for them. Now, for those who want to level up, grind a portion of the seeds into a fine powder. This makes the protein more digestible and easier for your body to absorb, especially if digestion slows with age. You can blend this powder with milk or a plant-based alternative, add a banana, a spoon of peanut butter, maybe a dash of cinnamon, and you have a nutrient-rich shake that's both satisfying and muscle-friendly. The combination of protein, healthy fats, and natural carbs fuels your muscles, while the leucine sends the grow signal directly to your cells. And don't forget hydration. Older adults often don't drink enough water, and muscle protein synthesis depends on it. A simple glass of water with your seeds or shake helps your body transport amino acids and remove metabolic waste. You can even pair this routine with a few stretches or light mobility movements, something as simple as shoulder rolls or gentle squats while waiting for your coffee to brew. This boosts circulation and primes your muscles to use the nutrients more efficiently. Some optional enhancements include adding a handful of chia seeds or flax seeds for omega-3s or a small sprinkle of turmeric for its anti-inflammatory benefits. These aren't required, but they accelerate recovery and make the process feel holistic rather than forced. The key is consistency, a daily quarter cup of pumpkin seeds, timed around movement, paired with proper hydration, and maybe a morning or afternoon shake. Within weeks, many seniors report improved strength in their arms and legs, better endurance on walks, and even more energy throughout the day. Picture this. By mid-afternoon, instead of feeling drained after climbing stairs or gardening, you're moving with more confidence. Your arms feel stronger when lifting a bag or shaking hands, and your legs support you better during balance-intensive tasks. That's the power of giving your muscles the right fuel at the right time, in the right form. It's simple, natural, and completely doable at home. No fancy equipment, no expensive powders, just one tiny seed that punches well above its weight. Now that you know the solution, let's make sure you don't accidentally cancel out all the benefits. The first mistake a lot of men over 50 make is thinking more is better. Piling your plate with pumpkin seeds or any protein won't automatically build more muscle. Your body can only use so much at once, and the excess may just sit in your stomach or turn into extra calories. Stick to the recommended quarter to a third of a cup per day and time it around movement to get the real muscle building effect. Another common pitfall is ignoring hydration. Muscle protein synthesis slows when your cells are dehydrated. Drinking your shake or eating your seeds without enough water is like trying to run a car with low oil. It might move, but not efficiently. Make sure each serving is accompanied by a glass of water. Next, skipping movement. Even the best protein won't do much if your muscles aren't challenged. Light resistance exercises, walking, or simple bodyweight movements signal your body that it needs to use the nutrients to rebuild muscle. Don't be that guy who sits on the couch all day, snacking on seeds and expecting miracle results. Pairing protein with movement is the secret to actually turning nutrients into strength. Also, be careful with pre-existing health conditions or medications. Pumpkin seeds are generally safe, but they're high in magnesium and phosphorus. If you have kidney issues or take blood thinners, check with your doctor first. Safety always comes first. Don't let a small oversight undo weeks of progress. Finally, relying on one protein source alone can limit results. Variety is important. Mix in other plant proteins or moderate amounts of lean animal protein if your diet allows, so your muscles get a full range of amino acids. Think of it like painting. One color can do a lot, but using the full palette creates the richest picture. By avoiding these mistakes, you maximize every ounce of effort, every seed you eat, and every minute you move. The difference between consistent results and minimal progress often comes down to these small but critical details. Let's wrap this up and make it actionable. If you remember one thing from today, it's this: muscle loss after 70 isn't inevitable, and the right protein can make all the difference. Pumpkin seeds are small, natural, and packed with leucine and micronutrients that older muscles crave. They trigger muscle protein synthesis, reduce inflammation, and boost energy in a way that eggs or traditional proteins may not, especially for men over 50. Pair them with light movement and proper hydration, and you have a simple daily routine that rebuilds strength, improves endurance, and helps you feel more capable in your body. Here's your challenge. For the next 7 days, add a quarter cup of pumpkin seeds to your daily routine, ideally after a short walk, a few squats, or some light stretches. Track your energy, your strength in everyday tasks, and how your body feels. You don't need fancy equipment or expensive supplements, just consistency, awareness, and the right timing. I want to hear from you. After a week, what difference do you notice? Are your arms and legs stronger? Do you feel more energized in the afternoons? Drop a comment below and share your results. Your story could inspire someone else who's struggling with the same challenges. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more practical health strategies for men over 50, and share this with a friend or family member who could benefit from a smarter, natural approach to maintaining muscle and energy. Don't forget to save this video so you can revisit the tips anytime. Remember, rebuilding muscle isn't about doing more. It's about doing the right things consistently. Start small, stay consistent, and watch your body respond. Your muscles are still capable, your strength isn't gone, and with the right approach, age becomes just a number, not a limit.